but I think this is a game that brings out the best in us. I think for sure Minecraft is a game that allows us to grow, even in real life, right? I feel like I'm a much more creative person thanks to Minecraft, thanks to this game. What is good, Stealth Army, and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are all doing great, staying safe out there, all that stuff. Today's video is going to be a lot different. I think for the most part, it's going to be more like a casual let's play type of video where I just talk about a bunch of random things. I will be talking about future updates in Minecraft and mostly just talking about myself, what's going on with me, and hopefully you guys can share what's going on with you as well. You guys are the squad, the Stealth Army, so feel free to share what's going on with you down below. These type of videos, I've always enjoyed watching my friends talk about what's going on with them in terms of like real life stuff, things that are going on in the world, and things that are just not typically related to Minecraft. Although I know all of you guys subscribe to me for Minecraft content. Some of you guys subscribe to me for Ark Survival. I feel like my Ark Survival people are the most passionate subscribers I have on my channel. Don't get me wrong, man. My Minecraft subscribers are very passionate. But my Ark Survival subscribers are the most passionate and the most stubborn subscribers ever. Like, you guys, I love you though, for real. But I haven't played Ark Survival, or at least I haven't uploaded Ark Survival on my channel in like over 3 years. But you would think I upload it every day with how passionate my Ark Survival subscribers are. So maybe it's time I get back. I have no idea. For me, like, YouTube is all about experimenting with different things. Think of it as like painting, right? You don't always want to paint the same thing, or you don't always want to make the same type of music or write the same type of paper. I don't know. Right? You always want to try different things and see if it's something you really enjoy, see if it's something that you would have a lot of fun making. And for me, like, YouTube is all about having fun. If I'm not having fun, then I don't want to do it. I don't want to upload. I don't want to create. So yeah, I try different things. A lot of things don't work. A lot of things do work. And with Ark Survival, for a long time, nobody was watching any of my Ark Survival videos. They'd get like 100 views, man. And then out of nowhere, my Ark Survival videos blow up. They probably hit trending a couple times. I'm not sure. But for the longest time, my Ark Survival videos were getting hundreds of thousands of views. I'm like, what is happening? But a lot of this didn't happen until I quit Ark Survival, like 3-4 months after I quit Ark Survival. I thought I had a diamond pickaxe. I do. I'm just blind. But for the longest time, I was like, yo, why don't people love me? Why don't people enjoy my stuff? And I think that's a good lesson, right? Because sometimes you can pour so much effort and so much of yourself into something that you take it personally when you don't see people enjoy it or watch it or, support it like you feel like they should. And I think that's just one of the things where you have to realize that it's not necessarily you, right? There's so many different factors as to why something could succeed or why something might not succeed. I think it really has to do with the quality of your work or the quality of your content. It could just be timing, right? It just could be timing of it. And I think for a long time, I took it very personally. My feelings were definitely hurt. I'm quite sensitive. If you know me, or if you've been subscribed to me for quite some time, I can be a little sensitive. And I'm working on that for sure. I think I'm in a very better place mentally because I've learned to remove myself from things that tend to make me feel not so good about myself, right? I think we can all relate to that on a certain level when you don't really feel the best about yourself because other people aren't vibing with you like that. But at the end of the day, it's all about how you feel about yourself, right? I think that's the important thing. And I've been definitely working on that for the past year. Mostly the past few months, really, is just like doing things that make me feel good. If it's watching every single Marvel movie on Disney Plus that makes me feel good, I'm doing it. If it's going outside and walking 10, 20 miles just to get that fresh air, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it. If it's just eating something that is really delicious, I'm gonna do it. Anything that just makes me feel good, I've really been trying to do that, you know? I feel like it's been working for the most part. I've been in a very good headspace. I feel like my videos are better because of it. I feel like my streams are definitely better. Even though I'm not getting the views, I feel like my content is so much better than it used to be. And the crazy thing is, like, my channel was doing so much better a year ago. Even 2 years ago, I was getting like, you know, 5,000 subscribers a month, which is big for me. You know, getting a couple million views a month. You know, I was making like 10 times more money too, but I feel like I was not happy with my content whatsoever. I was not happy with it. I was just not enjoying YouTube at all. But ever since I removed myself from caring about numbers, from caring about what people really think about me, what people think about my content, I've enjoyed YouTube so much more. And I feel like people that tend to get tired of YouTube or tired of something that they're doing, if it's work, if it's a hobby, they really do care a lot about what others think of them. And for me, I've tried my best to just remove myself from thinking like that, from just taking that out of the equation and just focusing on the moment, focusing on the experience and not necessarily the end result. And I've enjoyed YouTube significantly more now than the past 2 or 3 years when I got all that growth. I'm also looking for Deepslate while we talk, guys, so just keep that in mind, right? I'm not trying to get too distracted because when I start talking a lot, I tend to forget what I'm doing. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I'm really, really bad at multitasking. I'm just not good at it, right? It's either one thing or the other. If I talk, I typically can't figure out what I'm doing in Minecraft. It's really weird too, because like I'm a YouTuber, right? You should be able to do that, but no, I'm really bad at multitasking. I'm horrible. I'm so forgetful too. So let's say, for instance, I place the shulker box over here while I'm mining. There's a good chance I will forget about this shulker box within a couple minutes. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to test that out. From me to you, for whoever is still watching this video, you know, I want you to know that you have what it takes to do whatever it is you want to do, quite frankly. And you definitely don't need me to remind you of this. It's just, I feel like it's important to say it regardless. Because it's so easy to forget that you have what it takes. Like, you have everything that you need to be the person that you want to be, to do the things that you want to do. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with a healthy reminder that you are quite capable of being the person you want to be, doing the incredible things that you want to do. I think it's also important to remove that stress factor too, right? Don't constantly think about it to the point where like you start to hate yourself or beat yourself up over not having the certain results that you want to have. I think it's good to have goals, but I think those goals can easily become something else, right? They can easily torment you if you let them. So yes, having goals, that's very important, but you have to realize too that everything is a process, you know, everything has to take time, and it's not always going to happen overnight. I could care less if I hit 1 million subscribers. It could take 10 years, it could take 20 years. There was a time though, for a long time actually, I was super upset when I didn't see certain growth on my channel. And I feel like I was definitely a miserable person because I always put so much pressure on myself to have a certain amount of videos up. It was just a very, very stressful process. And I think that's one of the reasons why so many YouTubers quit, why so many creators are just not good mentally, is because of the amount of pressure that we tend to put on ourselves to reach a certain amount of subscribers or viewers. It's very common. I don't think it's just one of those things that's singular. I think it affects a lot of creators and maybe even a lot of people, you know. Students feel like you have to have a certain grade every single semester, or it's just one of those things that affects a lot of people. So I don't think it's just related to a creator, but it's one of those things where you have to realize what it is that's happening and then figure out how to make yourself feel better. Because it's super important to do that. Like, I think, ooh, Deepslate, let's go. We need so much Deepslate, guys. Like, I've been grinding the past 2 hours looking for Deepslate because we need all this Deepslate for my cave, so very happy about this. We need all of this Deepslate. Yeah, it's important to realize that you don't have to be the best version of yourself the next day. Life is long, you know, and I think it's easy to forget that. You got the rest of your life to figure out these things. And ooh, we got diamonds too. Let's go. Such good vibes, good energy going on right now. I'm loving it. You got so much time to figure out things, you know. Life is long. So never feel that pressure to figure out things immediately, because nobody figures out anything immediately. It's easy to think that, though, because of social media, because of the internet. You see people that are super successful. Excuse me. You see people that are super successful, and you compare yourself, which is a really horrible thing. I feel like comparing yourself is just like robbing yourself of happiness. And it's not me preaching. To be honest, I've had to say these things out loud plenty of times because I myself struggled with it. When you have so many friends that are super successful and super good at what they do, I think it's important to remind yourself that you have your own road to take. And no matter what, you know, it's all about taking one step forward. It doesn't matter if it's a big step or a small step. Just taking one step. Is this an amethyst geode or nah? Is this an amethyst geode? Bro, I don't think it is. But yeah, it's important to just realize that it doesn't matter if it's a big step or a small step, right? As long as you're taking one step forward, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. It could be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. However long you feel like you need, give yourself time, man. Because when you do that, you take away that pressure, that anxiety, that feeling that makes you feel that you don't have what it takes. You remove that. And then you allow yourself to grow into the person that you're meant to be. So give yourself time, is what I say. Anyways, let's talk about Minecraft. I'm really enjoying this update lately, guys. Like, I'm really enjoying 1.17. And I don't know if I came off this way initially, but I've always been supportive of the split. I was a little skeptical. Let's go, guys. Yo, let's get it. I was definitely somewhat apprehensive, but it's only because my favorite features are in 1.18. But I think because of the split and because of all the cool features that we know will be in 1.18, we sort of let that overshadow how good this update is. At least, I'm speaking on my behalf, at least. I think a lot of people are the same way. Some people are still angry about that, though. Let's be real. Some people are still angry about the split. And they're so upset about it that they let that overshadow how good this update actually is. Ooh, look at you. You're so cute. That they let that overshadow how good this update actually is. Like the mining changes, just being able to use fortune on copper and iron and everything else, man. This is a really good update. Please do not forget this shulker box, Stealth. Please, please, please. Do not forget this shulker box. This is a really fun update, okay? It doesn't have the new caves. It doesn't have, you know, the warden, which is the feature I'm waiting for the most. But it has some really awesome additions, right? The spyglass, the axolotls. The goats I don't really care about, no offense. But, you know, we do have some really, really cool features. Even the glow dye is super cool. Not as cool as the glowberries in my opinion, but I'm still just really, really hyped about this update still. Let me know what you guys think about this update, if it's still an update you really like. I'm actually quite curious how you guys feel about this update long term. Is this something that you feel like will be entertaining for the next, let's say, 5 months or whatever? However long it takes for 1.18 to come out. Overall, though, I think this is a great update. I've seen a lot of people make some incredible things with this, with the new blocks in 1.17. I've seen a lot of awesome builds. So I'm definitely inspired. And for me, that's what Minecraft is all about. Inspiration, creativity. Seeing what people can do, seeing what people can accomplish with blocks. I think Minecraft, for the most part, means something very different for everybody, or maybe not, I don't know. But I think this is a game that brings out the best in us. I think for sure Minecraft is a game that allows us to grow, even in real life, right? I feel like I'm a much more creative person thanks to Minecraft, thanks to this game. So, I know some people out there probably question why I still play Minecraft. Why don't you just play other things? Which I do, guys, don't get it twisted. There's a lot of games I play. There's a lot of games I would love to upload on my channel. I'm not sure if it would do that well. Quite frankly, it probably wouldn't, or maybe it would. I think that's part of the creative process, though. It's like, you know, thinking about those things and seeing if it would happen. At this point, I want to test a lot of these things, but because I really want to go back to Twitch as well, I think about where I should upload those or where I should bring those type of games, but maybe that's a discussion for another time because I'm still super focused on all this Deepslate. I really do need this Deepslate. Like, I need all of this. So that's my top priority right now. We are working on, I think, 2 custom caves right now. We're working on like a Deepslate custom cave, and we're working on like a Dripstone custom cave. So some really awesome, wait, no, a Dripstone. We're working on a Dripstone cave, and we're working on a Lush cave. That's what I meant to say, right? Lush cave and Dripstone. I don't think Deepslate is an actual cave. Although, in the betas and snapshots, there were caves that were just pretty much Deepslate, so maybe that is... I'm really confused when it comes to all of these new cave biomes. They haven't really been completely transparent when it comes to these caves, because we even found that, like, ice cave in the mountains. I feel like I was one of the first people. It's like copying homework, really. It's like people see it and they're like, ooh, let me make that video to my 500,000 subscribers. It's whatever, though, because it goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's like doing it because you enjoy it, right? And for me, I would not be making these videos unless I enjoyed it, because I removed that pressure. You know, I removed numbers out of the equation is what I'm trying to say. And I think it's because I'm in that position, right? If YouTube was a full-time job for me, I think it would be a lot more stressful. So it is something I think about quite often. Like, do I want to be a full-time YouTuber? Do I want to? And the answer is yes, I do. But at what cost? Would it mean like I wouldn't enjoy YouTube as much? And I think the answer is yet again, I probably would not enjoy YouTube as much. It's one of those things where you have to ask yourself too, like, if you are the type of person who wants to pursue something because you really, really love it, right? Say, for instance, like, you want to make music because you just love music, right? You love singing. It makes you feel like your true self. If it becomes your full-time job, are you going to enjoy that as much? You know, if you love writing and you want to write a book, would you enjoy writing as much once it becomes your job? And I think that's a question we all got to ask ourselves. And you know, the answer might be different for everybody. For me, I don't know. I don't think I would enjoy YouTube as much if it was my full-time job. I definitely want this to be a job because I love it. And I don't think that should stop someone. That fear, right? That fear should not stop you from pursuing something. But it is a real question to ask. Like, is that something that will affect how you feel about it? Is making something a job? It will add a lot of stress. So I completely see why a lot of my friends take breaks or need breaks. Breaks are so important. And it's unfortunate that people don't express that enough. People don't talk about breaks enough, man. Where did my shulker box go? Oh, there it is. I feel like people really don't talk about breaks enough. Like, it's important. We're humans, man. We're not machines. Like, we are human beings. We need breaks. And if you don't give yourself breaks, something will break. You know, that's just the truth. That's a fact. You don't give yourself breaks, something will break. And I think often it's just our mental health. So if you feel like you need a break, give yourself a break. You know yourself best, man. Don't let other people tell you what you should and shouldn't do with your health. You know what you need. So give yourself that. You know, and I think your life will be infinitely better when you do. That's not to say don't work or, you know, don't do things that you need to do. You know, everything's good in moderation, I suppose. It's just finding that balance, right? Balance is what we need in everything. But, yeah, guys, I don't know how long this video is. I don't want it to be too long, but, you know, let me know if you watched the entire video. I'm definitely curious how many of you watched the entire video. And if you want to see me do more videos like this, I'm definitely down. It's going to be 100 degrees. It probably is already, so I don't want to do anything for too long today. So, yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know if you are a part of the squad. And I'm going to be spending the next, like, 20-30 minutes getting all this deep slate. So, I got a lot of grinding to do. And anyways, thank you guys. I will catch you all in the next video. So, take care. Peace. Bye.